Hi guys, welcome back to Mama of a 18p Baba. Um, this is my fourth video on my channel. The first two speaks, if you haven't checked it out, speaks of his journey and our journey. The third one is some ideas on some physio, and this one is going to be on it's okay to have those moments. Which I've been really struggling with. That's why I'm talking about it today. So the other, I think 2 nights ago, I laid my baby down to sleep at about 9 o'clock, and maybe just after 9:30, and I felt just so horrible. I had got my son into a routine of 7 o'clock, 7:30, 7 o'clock, 7:30 on those nights we're waiting up for his daddy. And this was 9:30, and I put him to bed, and I just was going on to my husband like, oh, this is tragic. This is And then I started to, think of all the other stuff I should be doing and how I'm not doing it, and it's not good enough, and I'm blessed with this child, and and then like I'm walking around and I'm trying to look well awake and well refreshing, and this is easy. No, it's fine, and then, and I was just like, oh my goodness, I am so hard on myself. Just stop. Stop and think. And so I did. I stopped and and thought. And, I know it's not just me. I'm not the only one out there. I know as blessed parents of special needs children, we feel we have to appreciate every single moment. And we do in a way. But it doesn't mean that we need to be so hard on ourselves. I've been working in childcare for 18 years, maybe even longer. And I've got to meet some amazing mums and amazing dads. And they have their moments where their children are either teething, their children are going through a change and growth. Their child is unwell and they can't sleep and they're so tired, and they're very vocal about it, and everyone and everyone's supportive. But for some reason, when we find out that our child has special needs, we feel that we need to hold ourselves in a certain way. Now, mum and dads, because I know dads work just as hard as mums, we need to stop that. We're raising our children, and I know that a lot of us say we want them treated the same way as everyone else. We don't want them missing out. Yet, we treat ourselves different as parents. It's okay to have moments. It's okay to be, my son was up all night, he was teething, or he was just unsettled, or if you're in my case, his club feet and those casts kept him up all night. And I'm tired. I'm not saying for us to look at all the bad stuff, but I'm just saying that we need to stop being so hard on ourselves when we have those moments. It doesn't mean we're the worst mother or father in the world. It just means we're human. And that's the kind of parents that our children deserve, are real parents. Parents that are just real about themselves and are real about it to their child. That, we have those moments, but you're the best thing that ever happens to us. And more we allow ourselves to be in touch with those feelings, better we'll feel as parents as well. The other night I come back and it was like 9 o'clock, and I was really devastated that after 9, that I had brought my son back so late, and I was just like, I'm just stuffing up his routine. I've worked all this time to put in a routine, and look at me, here I am, or just because I wanted to watch a movie at my sister's. What's the point of that? Da 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 da. Just beside myself, and made my husband feel bad because, he was there too, and he was thinking, oh, sorry, he was apologising. He was apologising because we stayed to watch this movie. Because either we'll stay there or we'll come home. Anything to have him in bed at the right time. But this time we wanted to come home. And he was really apologetic, and I went to bed and I could barely sleep. That's how worked up I had got myself. And then, that light bulb moment was, he's okay. He's safe, he's happy. He didn't feel the difference. He went to sleep. We put him in the car, he was asleep. We pulled him out of the car, he was asleep. And when he went to bed, he was asleep. But it was the thought of me not being the mum that in my mind I had pictured to always be. And I don't know if this is just to do with special needs, actually. This could be all parenting, but I'm addressing us as special needs mums and dads, that it's okay to have these feelings. We have lots of appointments also. For myself, we have Monday is weighing and his club feet, and pretty much that's it, because his club feet hurt him so much. We have on Tuesday, we normally have the nutritionist and speech therapist come in, and then on Wednesday we'll have the nurse and the physio come in, and on Thursday, if there to be any, which is normally, if we had a genetic visit, we had his scan of his little heart and all those different ones. Those are normally done on the Thursday, and Friday is our what we call our family day, or just a day to stay at home and chillax. So the week is always ongoing. It's always early starts. It's always get up, pack the bags and get out. Get up, pack those bags and get out. And plus we're also, I also know that for myself, I'll wake up around about 5 o'clock before sun wakes up. So I can get his stuff ready for the day. Get his bath ready, or his sponge bath ready. I give him, when he's finally awake at 6 o'clock, I feed him. From there, I'll give him his massage, his physio treatment. And then I try and push in some learning, either reading him a book or playing with stuff or so forth. And then off we'll go to these appointments, which takes between an hour to an hour and a half at most of them. The Tuesdays they come in, but I obviously, because you've got that thing where I like the house to be clean when people are coming in. So I do the same routine. Instead of taking them out, I'll clean the house. Or my amazing husband will do it the night before. So it's an ongoing thing, and though you want to sleep while they're sleeping, you've got washing to do, or you've got, or you just want some downtime, just on your own, and that's okay. Yeah. So our days are pretty packed. My son is 8 months, and he's still on 7 feeds because he can't take a large intake. He's fed by a feeding machine, so that means that I'll wake during the night, and every 3 hours I'll feed him. That goes for an hour, and then I'll try and get back to sleep, which takes about a half an hour, and then I'm up again in 3 hours. So most days I'm functioning on between 4.5 to 5 hours top sleep. And it's hard. And I know that if you're a mum of someone with special needs, or if you're doing the feeding like I am, or those appointments, you're there and you're shaking your head. Yeah, it is. Treat yourselves. I know I don't go away from my son much, but treat yourselves as in a way of, when baby's in bed, make you that nice cappuccino or A coffee if you're a coffee drinker. For me, I like just to have a good talk with someone that means a lot to me. So via Facebook or via phone call or something like that. You know, treat yourself that when you go out. If you decide to watch the end of the movie, it's okay. Our babies are safe. Our babies are well taken care of, and it's actually teaching them to adapt to different situations too. And that's something that I'm trying to teach myself, that to teach my son, I need to give him opportunities of all sorts, including not being so routine. Not to put him out of routine, but just so he can have a taste of it now and then. So let yourselves have those moments. Talk openly about if you're tired. Talk openly about if you're stressed about something. Have a safe person or a safe group where you can speak about the way you're feeling tired or the way you're and to talk about issues that contains to you personally and what you're going through. Don't carry it to prove that you love your son and you don't care if he's special or not. Because we know that. We know that you don't need to prove that. And I'm talking to myself too. Yeah, so we don't need to prove that, folks. You are doing an amazing job. If your child has a roof over his head, food in his tummy, and love around him, that's all he needs. There's nothing greater on this earth that one will ever be able to learn or feel than the power of love. And if we're able to offer our children this, no matter being special or not special, it's that love can move mountains. Love brings to pass miracles. And this is what makes it all worth it. So, parents, let's have our moments. Allow ourselves to have those moments where we're a little tired, we're a little bit down, we're a little bit sad about what has to happen, we're a little bit upset about an appointment we had, we're a little bit upset about, but then don't become ungrateful, because we are blessed. So guys, just a short message today. Let us have those moments, and you're doing great. Hold in there.